Hey guys, today I'm filming my chopping block finale for 2019. If you guys have not seen my intro and my other updates, I will have my playlist linked up in the cards. I am filming this video on December 30th, and I really enjoyed this chopping block this year. This is my third year doing a chopping block. I'll have my previous years of playlists linked down below. I will also be doing this for 2020, which I'm really excited about. I have a lot of things to test, specifically lip products. And the way I do these chopping block series is that at the beginning of the year, I pick a set group of products I want to test and make a final decision whether I want to keep them or not. In these videos, I also let you know about any other things I'm choosing to declutter, any products I've returned, and anything I had to throw away because it went bad. And I love the way that I do these videos, and I actually just posted an update because y'all know I'm still a month behind, and I got several comments from you guys saying you like the way I do these and hope that I'm going to do it next year, which really warms my heart, and I definitely am. So this is the finale. I would like to be sharing with you guys final numbers of products that I kept, returned, decluttered, and trashed. I don't have those numbers. I have not sat down and done the calculations. I'm very overwhelmed by the thought of counting up the other things I've decluttered because I have two separate huge declutter videos. So I will go through and do that, and I will put it in the description box or a pinned comment for you guys in case you want to see the actual number totals. But I feel like I've actually gotten rid of a lot and only kept a few things, and the things that I kept, some of them might end up in my 2020 chopping block, so we'll see about that. So I actually did not test out that much this month. My last update was pretty late, so I only had like 5 or 6 weeks to test these products, and I was honestly just not good about it. I sat down today and actually tested out a bunch of lip colors, and I made a lot of decisions, so I was happy about that. So that's just what we're going to start with. I do not have any other chopping block items except for lip products. So I am keeping 7 lip products and I'm decluttering 5. So I'm keeping more than I'm decluttering. But again, I told you guys this year I was going to be testing out all of my mini lip products. Even if I knew I wanted to keep them, I still wanted to test them out and know for sure. So I will start by showing you the things I'm keeping, and I will be swatching things today. So I have got 4 mini bullet lipsticks. The first is the Fenty Mademoiselle in Thiccc with 3 C's. I love the packaging. Ooh, there we go. This is such a cute mauve color that is a little bit on the thick side. I think that this is pretty. I like mauves, but this is not necessarily a must-have for me. It's something I'm going to keep for now, but like if all my lipsticks disappeared, this would not be something I would go out and automatically repurchase it. But again, I like it enough to keep. Then we've got the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick in Sake, which I got in a Sephora play, and I like this one a little bit more than the Fenty. As you can see, this one is more pinky purpley tone, and it makes the Fenty one look like it has a little bit more of like a pinky tan color. And the formula of this one is a little bit more comfortable. The Fenty is a little thick and matte for me. Then I have the Smashbox The Legendary Lipstick in the shade Fig. This is such a pretty color. I don't love a ton of things from Smashbox, but this lipstick is such a pretty shade, and it's a very comfortable formula, so I cannot let go of that one quite yet. And then we have the Sephora Rouge Matte Lipstick in the shade M11, and this is just like a really deep red color, and it's more of like a red berry. It looks like straight red in the packaging, but as you can see when it's swatched out, it's more of a berry color. This is a nice thin matte formula, but it is very matte. And again, this is something that I like enough to keep for now, but it's not a huge must-have for me. Then we've got 3 liquid lipsticks, and this first one I did wear in a video recently. I wore this in my November beauty haul, which I will link in the cards, and I actually really liked this nude. This is the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lip in the shade Sugar Cookie. I can't remember if I said that or not, so if I did, sorry I repeated myself, but this is a really light, slightly beigey tan color. I don't think this will look great with everything, or it's not a nude that's going to work for every skin tone, but I do like the formula and the color. Then I tried the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lip in Cinnamon Bear, which is from that same collection. I'm not in love with this red, but I honestly just don't want to give it up. And it is a really pretty color. It's a nice, like, bright, true red, and I don't have any liquid lipsticks in that shade. So right there is Cinnamon Bear. And then we have what I'm wearing today, which is the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Rubino, which is just a really deep, deep red. And I am so in love with the way that this looks. It is so vampy and pretty. So right there is Rubino. And this is like a dry down matte liquid lipstick, but this color is so pretty. It is a little deeper because I did layer it up. I had a little snack. I didn't think I was licking my lips, but apparently I was. And it hadn't worn away. It was just a little sheer-ish looking, so I did just layer it up. And I'm really not having any troubles, which is surprising to me because I never layer up liquid lipstick. So those are the ones I'm keeping for now. And then we've got the 5 lipsticks I'm decluttering. So the first one is the Clinique Pop Lip Color and Primer in the shade Plum Pop. And the formula of this one is really comfortable. I just don't love that kind of color on me. Again, like, there are certain mauves I'm obsessed with and some not so much. And that one not so much. Then the other ones I have are liquid lipsticks. So this is something I actually just got. This is the Pixi and Miriam Maquillage Matte Last Liquid Lipstick in the shade Posh Nude, which is a really pretty cool tone nude. And, ooh, let me swatch this one. I do think it's really pretty, but it's just not my thing. I think the Too Faced Sugar Cookie is similar enough for a color. I'm not going to wear that often. So I'm going to send this to my friend Amanda, who loves Pixi products. And lastly, I have 2 lip products from Smashbox. The first one, it has no writing on the packaging. This is one of their metallic lip lacquers. So it's basically like a full coverage metallic gloss in the metallic red shade. This is really pretty. I tried it on today and I was excited. I was thinking this would be a great like holiday lip, and it would be, but I can't get into the metallic thing. I tried. It looked just so intense, and I don't love this formula because it feels really heavy and thick on the lips and slightly tacky, which I don't like. I have several other fuller coverage glosses in my collection that I like better feeling wise, so I wouldn't want any of this formula from what I've tested, and the color I just could not do it. And then the last one is the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the shade Big Spender. Surprisingly, this is not dried out yet like my other mini Smashbox liquid lips, and it's a really pretty mauvey berry shade. It is a pretty color, but I think that Anastasia Catnip is similar, or Dusty Lilac. I have a lot of Anastasia shades I think are similar to this one, and I do like the formula of this, but I just don't need it in my collection, so I'm going to be getting rid of that. So those were all of the chopping block products that I tested, and again, they were all Lippies, but not bad. Now I'm going to show you the one thing I'm throwing out because it went bad, and only one thing, so that's good. This is the ColourPop Jelly Much eyeshadow in Sweet Dreams. I only got to use this once or twice and it completely dried out, and this was one of like, it wasn't the original collection, it was their second time releasing these Jelly Much eyeshadows, and they've come out with them so many more times since then. And when I see them in swatch videos, like there's one from like the Butterfly collection that was such a beautiful like icy purple, I'm tempted to buy it, but based on my experience with this one, I wouldn't. It's just like a weird, thicker jelly consistency. It is sheer, so it's more of an eye topper, and I don't love that. I didn't like the consistency to begin with, but then it did dry out quickly. I believe that Makeup Just for Fun did film a video all about these and told you how to revive them. I will link that for you guys, but I don't think that this is worth reviving. I'm just over it. And now I'm just going to show you the other random products I'm choosing to declutter for my collection, and I will finish with the returns. So this first product here was actually a chopping block item earlier in the year, and I cannot remember if I've already decluttered this or not. I had it set aside for a while, but I didn't have anyone that was wanting to take it, but my friend Lucy said she would take it. So this is the ColourPop My Little Pony palette, and The entire top row is missing it. I did take my 4 favorite shades out of this palette and put it into another magnetic palette for my little mini ColourPop eyeshadows, and these other shades are just not up my alley. I do think that this purple is pretty, but I have other colors that are similar, and I just really wasn't feeling all of these blues, so I'm going to be passing that one on. But I'm happy that I took out the colors I wanted and that Lucy was fine taking a palette with 4 missing shades. And the great thing about these ColourPop palettes is that these shades are magnetic, so they're very easy to pop out, and I don't have to destroy the packaging to depot it, which makes me happy. And the same thing happened with this. This is the Balm in the Balm of Your Hand palette, and this is volume 1. I remember when I was so excited to get this palette. So inside you have got 3 blushes, a bronzer, a highlighter, and 4 eyeshadows, and then on this side here you have a potted lipstick and a cream blush. And this was a really great product, but now I have all of these cheek products as individuals, or I had them at one time, and these eyeshadows were just not stellar for me. But as you can see, one eyeshadow is missing. This is the Balm Mischievous Marissa from the Shady Lady Special Edition palette. That color is everything. It is such a beautiful like rose goldy copper color, and the formula is so pigmented. It blends really nicely, but it's a very nice pigmented shade that I'm obsessed with. So I was really nervous about depotting this palette, but I literally just stuck a metal nail file in the corner and just went boop, and it popped right out. And you can see it's just cardboard under here, and there was just like a little piece of glue on the back of my shadow that I literally peeled right off. That was the easiest depotting experience of my life, but I've never had trouble with any of the products trying to fall out, but they were very easy to depot. So that was awesome. I ain't complaining. I was very happy, especially because I depotted some other eyeshadows first that were much more challenging. So now with this palette, I'm going to be giving this to my friend Sierra so she can try more products from the Balm. I had decluttered a few things to her last time, and she told me she was really excited to try the brand, so I think this will be a great product for her to be able to try out. Then I do have one more palette that, this is sad for me, but I am going to declutter the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. This is older in my collection. I remember my friend actually bought this for me when I graduated undergrad, which is so nice of her, and I always forget. That's good. I need to remind myself that I need to glue that shade back in because it keeps falling out. So I have, okay, let me take out the brush. I'm trying to hold this without making a mess. So I have used up the matte cream in the palette, but the rest of it is essentially untouched. My favorite shades, YDK and Tease, I already have in singles, and I've hit paint on them. I would like to use them up. And then I would probably repurchase YDK. I love that color that much. YDK is this one right here. But I know my friend Natasha loves cool tones, so I think this would be great to send to her. I am going to text her first and make sure she doesn't already have it. If she does already have it, I will find someone else to give it to, but I really think that this would be nice on her. And it's hard to get rid of naked palettes, but literally after I got rid of the first one, it made it so much easier to let go of this one as well. And I just think there are so many better cool tone shades out there, and I just don't love this one. So it is going. So now in this bag, I will show you more of the random products I'm decluttering. And this first one is a nail polish. I didn't really test out chopping block nail polishes this month, but this is one that I just don't love anymore. This is Orly's Rage, and it is supposed to be a rose gold, but it has a lot more cool tones than it does warm tones in it. It's like a rosy silver color, and I just have other things that are similar. This was so popular back in the day, but I just don't love it anymore, so I'm going to give this one to my friend Natasha. So then the rest of this is just random. I'm just going to pull stuff out. So right here I have 2 mini Tarte blushes. I put them in this little Juvia's Place single shadow packaging because they're the same size, and these were products that my friend Jean had decluttered to me, and she depotted them from a Tarte blush palette. This one is very beautiful, but it's very similar to NARS Orgasm, which I have, and I do have Max Petal Power and other things that are very similar. So I am going to see if maybe my friend Sierra would like that one. So this is like a matte mauve berry color. It is really pretty, but I do have other things that are similar, and this is a little broken, but it works just fine. It's a really good formula. I just am not in love with that shade. So like I said, I'm going to try to give those to my friend Sierra. Then I think a lot of these products in here are going to end up in my giveaway. So some of this stuff is from my holiday giveaway, and then some other stuff will be in future giveaways. So for future giveaways, I've got a couple things. So I have got 2 of the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil. I'm using up one right now, and it's going to take me forever, and I have lots of other brow pencils I need to use, so I am going to put those in a giveaway. Then I've got 2 minis of the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I've got other minis. I have a full size. I have several other primers I need to use. I love the Urban Decay primer, but I've just got too many. Then I've got 2 of the Too Faced Damn Girl mascaras, and I have like 2 others in my collection, and I've never even tried this one yet. So because I have so many, I figure 2 is just fine considering all of the mascaras I have right now. Then I've got some random another thing for a future giveaway, I think, is going to be the NARS Larger Than Life Longwear Eyeliner in Via Veneto. I got another one of these in a free gift, so I'm just getting rid of the other one that I have because I don't use black liners very often, and I have a lot in my collection. Then I'm going to be giving away this NARS Climax Mascara. Again, I have several of these little minis. I'm going to give this to my friend Jean. I'm using it right now and I like it, but I don't love it. So then I've just got some primers I'm going to be decluttering. This first one is the Pure No Filter Blurring Photography Primer. I thought this would be more pore filling. It's almost kind of like glowy, which is surprising to me. This is going to my friend Jean. And then I've got this Becca First Light Priming Filter. This is a travel size. I have 2 minis of these, and this is not my favorite primer, so I just kept one. I'm getting rid of the other one. I have a friend in mind for that. Then I've got the No. 7 Airbrush Away Primer. It just felt very basic to me, and I have a lot of primers in my collection I would rather use, so I'm going to see if one of my friends wants that. Then some things that are in my current giveaway would be a Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer, the Tarte Man-Eater Mascara. I actually have not tried either of these, but I have duplicates in my collection. And again, both of these categories, I have several products in them, so I don't need multiples of the exact same thing, if that makes any sense. Then I've got some Anastasia Clear Brow Gels. I still have like 4 minis in my collection, so I figured I could spare 2 of them. This last thing was really hard for me. These are the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in the Berry scent. I do have one I'm using, one backup, then I've got the vanilla and the apple lime, and those are going to take me forever to use up, but it's just like, ooh, how am I giving these away? But they're good products. I want other people to be able to love them, and I have so many lip balms, they're going to take me forever, so I need to let them go. I did get the Pixi Pretties Volume 3 collection. I am giving away all 3 of the Chloe Morello lip icings, which are just like shimmery, crazy colored lip toppers. I'm giving all of those to Amanda. Then from the Miriam Maquillage Day and Night collection, the Day set had this really pretty bright coral liquid lip, which I'm giving to Amanda. And then this was the one from the Night collection, which I already showed you. I'm going to give that one to Amanda as well, but the other products from that collection I'm keeping. And lastly, we have my return, so I am just going to look through my October beauty haul and my November beauty haul. I do have a couple things here from my December haul that I'm going to return, but most of the things from my December haul, if I do choose to get rid of them in the future, will be in my 2020 chopping block updates. But these are some products I know I'm going to get rid of now. So from my October haul, one thing that I did return that I never even showed you guys, I told you in my haul video I returned it. It was the Anastasia Alyssa Edwards palette. A lot of people have been finding these at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, which I think is a great deal. And I have mentioned it before, I love Alyssa Edwards. I love RuPaul's Drag Race. But when I looked at this palette, I knew I just was not going to get the proper use out of it. So I did return it brand new, untouched. Then I did return the ColourPop Lippie Stix in the Matte X finish in the shade Gold Digger. I thought this was going to be like a really pretty rosy terracotta. and it was just a weird color on me and I didn't need it in my collection, so I did return that one. That's all for my October haul. On to my November haul. This is something I'm going to return, and this is a Juvia's Place I Am Magic concealer. I have the shade number 23, and nothing is necessarily wrong with this. I felt like it gave good coverage. It was a decent shade match for me. It wasn't as mattifying as I like, or more of like satin finish. It was more of a natural finish, which is not my favorite. This was just fine, and I did not need to buy this. I just really wanted to try the foundation, concealer, and the powder, try them all together. I did. I looked like a cake face. It was a little intense, but that's mostly because of the foundation. The foundation was something decluttered to me by my friend Jean, so I'm holding on to that, but the concealer, I didn't need it. It's just fine. I'm not going to repurchase it in the future, but it wasn't terrible, but just not for me. Then I had returned both of the things I had gotten from Sephora in this haul. That would be the Bite Beauty Matte Cream Lip Crayon in the shade Leche, which was just like a really weird pale peachy pink on me. I just did not like the color very much, so I returned it. And then something I didn't even mention in my haul, because I was gonna give it to someone to give it to me for Christmas, but then I tried it out and I didn't like it. It was the Huda Beauty Throwback Lip Kit with one of her new like matte bullet lipsticks and one of her lip liners. The colors were Partners in Crime and Girls Trip. The lip liner was really pretty, but of course the main attraction here would have been the lipstick. The color was a little pinker than I was expecting, and the formula, it went on pretty smooth, but it became very dry and felt a little heavy on my lips, and it just really started to bother me the more I wore it. So it just was not for me, and I wouldn't really be tempted to buy any more of those lipsticks. I know a lot of people enjoy that bullet lip formula, but it's just not my favorite. And those were all the things that I returned from that haul, so not too bad at all. But in my December haul, I've got 4 things here that I'm going to be returning as of right now. And the first one is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Setting Powder in the shade White Sand. So this is the palest shade, and you get 0.45 ounces or 13 grams of product. I need to compare that to other powders, but that doesn't look like very much and that doesn't seem like very much. So I tried this powder with that concealer, and I tried to set my under eyes and to set my face. When I used it under my eyes, boom, it instantly darkened my concealer. It looked terrible. Not necessarily like the finish of the powder, I just couldn't get past the color. So then I use it to set my face, and I felt like I had to use a lot of powder to actually feel like my face was set. And then I felt like my skin looked kind of airbrushed, but like it looked a little too flat, and the more I looked at it, I could just feel like it was like sitting on top of my skin. It wasn't looking like one with my skin. And I mean, I wear a lot of full coverage makeup, so my makeup doesn't usually look like it's melting in, but something about this looked off and it didn't wear the best on me. So again, I was excited to try the whole collection, but it's just not for me. So this one's going to be going back as well. Then I did have 3 lip products. The first is the Nabla Dreamy Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Closer. The packaging is gorgeous, and I was very excited for this because it was on sale during Cyber Monday. I was excited to try something from Nabla, and the liquid lipsticks are very beautiful, but I bought this one and Ofra Sanibel, I don't know how to pronounce it, in the same haul. They're very similar. The Ofra is a little bit pinker. This one's a little bit more peach, and I did like a half and half on my lips. This one felt more dry, and it greatly emphasized the lines and the cracks in my lips. And because the colors were so similar, I couldn't justify them. It wasn't the most drying, but the Ofra looked more flattering on the lips than the Nabla did, and I am going to be returning it for that reason, and because, you know, it's almost the same color as that Ofra one. And then my last 2 returns would be some MAC lipsticks I got from Ulta Wood, and they were like 20% off. And these are 2 lipsticks I considered getting when I did my back to MAC order in August, and I'm glad I did not get these. So the first one I have is Brave. It's a satin finish. This is what it looks like. I've got that one swatched right there, and it's a pretty color, but I've got Twig and I've got Myrrh, and this one is like right between them but a little pinker. So I feel like it's not necessary to have all 3 of them, and I prefer the other 2 more, so this one's going back. Then this one I'm still a little on the fence about, so I'm going to try a look with this. I did try it on with a different makeup look and I didn't like it, but I'll create a specific look for this to be sure that I am wanting to return it, but this is one of the Powder Kiss lipsticks in Sultriness. First off, it's like, I don't think it's broken from the base, but it's crooked, so it is like grating against the side, which is driving me nuts. But this is a really pretty, more of like a pinky coral color. As I swatch it, it kind of picks up on itself, so it'll be interesting to see if that really does that on the lips. It's a bright color for me, but it's looking like a blotted lip, so I'm going to try it again to be sure, but I feel like I'm going to return it, but I'll keep you posted, but it's probably gonna go. So guys, that was my finale for my Chopping Block series of 2019. I'm very sorry I don't have totals here to share with you. Like I said, I will put that in the description box or a pinned comment. It's just gonna take me some time to sit down and do all the calculations. But I do feel really proud of myself with how much I've decluttered this year. And it really, I need to sit here and like soak in the fact that I got rid of so many free gifts, and I get so excited to buy things because of free gifts or getting the Ulta freebie bags. But then what I need to like really think about, like if I got 20 things in a bag, do I end up like holding on to and loving like half the stuff or a quarter? And it feels like a quarter sometimes, where some things I'll hold on to and then eventually declutter. So, and then that's just stuff in my collection. That's just extra stuff that happens with skincare, hair care, sample size products, not full size, and then makeup. And when I sit down and do my end of the year empties, it's a lot of stuff. But when I do my makeup inventory, it's not going to look like I used up anything because I brought in so much this year. And it's not even necessarily that I bought that much, which I did, but it's because I got all this free stuff. So I really have to think about this year. Is it more important to me to get a bunch of free stuff, or is it more important to me to have a fewer amount of items and only things that I love? So anyway, we'll see how I do next year with all the freebie bags. I mean, I'm still gonna purchase on the platinum day every month because I need that diamond full-size product. I sure do. I'm gonna do that every month. But other than that, I need to like cool it, or like when I have a 20% off coupon, wait till there's a beauty break. But like other random stuff, no, just cool it, Heather. You don't need it. We'll see how good I do with that. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you for watching this video. I would love to know what things you have returned or decluttered recently, and I would love to know if you do a similar series on your channel or your Instagram. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.